All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another episode, Master Moats Film Session. In this one, man, we're going to talk a little bit about the new inside linebacker, Robert Spillane, and just break down a couple of the plays that he had against the Browns and some of the things that he did really well and why the Steelers have confidence in him. So, as we always do, we'll play it at full speed, and then after that, we'll break it down. This particular play is the tackle that he had on Kareem Hunt. It was on 3rd and 5 in the second quarter. It's actually his second play in the game, so here we go. Alrighty. Now, I probably should have said that this is Spillane, but I'm sure y'all know who that guy is. So, anywho, from a defensive standpoint, man, the Steelers are doing an 8-man drop, okay? 8-man drop meaning you're going to have 3 rushers. So, you got Tuitt, Cam, and Bud are your guys in the rush. Everyone else is dropping into coverage, all right? And then for the Browns on offense, simple 3-by-1 set, got a condensed split on the backside. Alert, alert. Anytime you see a condensed split, you're either thinking something going across the field or an out-breaking route, okay? That's just rule of thumb. Just because of the split alone, it tells you some stuff, okay? And obviously, Kareem Hunt's in the backfield. But as this play progresses, the reason why I like this for Spillane, number one, like I said, this is second play in the game. So you don't get a lot of warm-up time with this thing, right? Throw him in the 8-man drop in the red zone. Couple of things that looks good though. Number one, I love his pre-snap movement. I love his pad level. You see him when he dropped back. Number one, good fundamentals, right? That's one of the telltale signs. How much of an athlete are you in space? Can you backpedal? Backpedal well, good body position in terms of shoulder pads over your knees, able to change direction with no problem, which he does a great job of coming in and out of his break. And then from there, I love how decisive he is. Once he comes out of his break and he recognizes screen, he's going right now. Bam. Now, the beauty is this, and we'll slow it down here. Once he realized this screen, a couple of things are taking place, okay? He realized this screen right now. Foot in the ground. Screen, let's go. Now, he has Chris Hubbard, free blocker on him. Speed to beat the blocker, get in front of it, knowing too that, hey, I don't want to backdoor that blocker. I need to make sure that I'm crossing his face, worst case scenario, to make the ball cut back. And then from there, like I said, by him picking the right side to defeat this block on, that was beautiful. But then after that, once he makes the initial contact, which without a doubt is difficult. I mean, look at this right here. You got Kareem Hunt, who we know has been a Pro Bowler, has flirted with being an All-Pro before. I believe he has been an All-Pro before. Robert Spillane, I mean, the nearest defender is on the goal line, essentially. That is not an easy tackle. But watch how this kid, man, gets his head across the body. Beautiful contact, stop the momentum. And then look, legs don't die. Keep churning your legs. Man, great play. Kareem Hunt gets the first down, and that's okay. He gets some assistance by number 64, obviously. But man, I thought that was a great job by Robert Spillane for that to be your second NFL snap, or excuse me, second snap in this game. Obviously, he played a little bit in the Giants game, but for that to be his second snap in the game, man, I thought that was a big time play, and it really showed off, number one, his vision. It showed off his range, and it showed off his overall understanding of the defense. Like I said, that's a big time hit and finish right there, man, against a really, really good running back. But I love it, man. Got the pre-snap walking around. He's not looking like he's shy or he's trying not to mess up. He's playing the game, man. Eyes, decisive. Let's go make a play. The biggest thing with Spillane is going to be his confidence. If he can continue to play with confidence like he showed in this Browns game, in particular on that play, man, I think that he can definitely do some really good things for this Steelers defense. All right, so this next play we're going to talk about with Robert is the big tackle for loss that he had on Austin Hooper in the third quarter. It was a big time play at that point in the game, man, just ultimately solidifying the dominance of the performance that we saw from a defensive standpoint. So, you know how we do. Play it at full speed, and then we'll break it down. This is Spillane right here, and then this is Austin Hooper. Things, man, that happen pre-snap. Now, it's a basic cover one concept. Now, this time we have Minka in the middle of the field. Edmonds is down low. But these two guys right here, in terms of Robert and Vince, they're going to be off of the back and this tight end right here, okay? And, once this guy motions over, then it'll become a three-way between Edmonds, Spillane, and Vince. and these two tight ends and Kareem Hunt. So right now, once this thing goes, okay, we saw Cam Sutton come off the edge a little bit, right? Give you a little bit of a pressure concept. Vince is gone because once this guy goes out, that's Vince's man. He has to go. So from there, once that guy goes out, right now it's Terrell and Spillane, and they have this running back. I thought it was Kareem. It was Dearness Johnson, excuse me. So now Edmonds and Spillane have Dearness Johnson and Austin Hooper. Okay, it's a cross action. Okay, so your eyes have to be good, especially the middle backer in this situation. Spillane's eyes are perfect. All right, so let's look at this thing, man, as it starts to progress. All right, so as the thing starts to go, just look at his eyes, man. He's seeing what he needs to see. He sees the cross action, follows his man. That's the thing, man. When you're in man-to-man coverage, you have to have disciplined eyes. His eyes are very disciplined here, okay? Very, very disciplined. Vince, gone. All right, cool. I step with the back. Now I see color flash. Let me get back over here. And now from there, this is want to, man, because that guy's coming to block him. But he puts his foot in the ground and decides, I'm going to make this play. Ultimately shows the speed that he needs to beat the tackle. And then from there, big time face up tackle, man. A big time play in the game, like I said. And I just love the energy that he was playing with. You see him celebrate at the end of the play. But ultimately, man, really good eyes, decisive. Take that shoulder away just enough so that way the tackle can't get there. Big time hit. And it looks even better from the end zone, man. Like I said, man, this is just good job on his department right here. Eyes where they're supposed to be. He's seeing what he needs to see. Okay, that's back there. Let me come back with it. Follow my coverage. It's going to take me to the ball. Like I said, dip under that. Beautiful. That's FaceTime right there. That is FaceTime. And we'll play it again from full speed. I also like this too. It's subtle. But watch out how Vince and Spillane shift their alignment. So initially it was a 3-by-1. So we talked about how you want to cheat to the trips, right? Now, okay, let's balance it out. Let's go ahead and shift back over because now it's no longer a 3-by-1 set. It's a 2-by-2. That shows me right there that he understands the defense. He understands the strength and weaknesses of 3-by-1 versus 2-by-2 as it pertains to the run game and his run gaps. And then from there, man, just also being decisive. We talk about players that are playing with confidence and players that are decisive. Those are the guys who usually flash and make plays. And that's what Robert did when he got the opportunity in this Browns game. All right, now this last play we're going to talk about with Spillane, man, is another third quarter tackle he had on the run game against Kareem Hunt. And yeah, we'll play it at full speed. And after that, we'll break it down. And this Spillane right here. Alrighty. Now to start it out, man, from a defensive standpoint, Steelers are in a fire zone concept, right? It's a safety fire zone blitz. Edmonds is going to be blitzing off the edge. Everybody else will be playing fire zone coverage behind him, okay? And fire zone coverage is simply just seam flat, three receiver hook, or excuse me, seam flat, three receiver hook, seam flat. That's pretty much how the coverage goes, just depending on who's going to be in the rush and things like that. So, excuse me, in this particular instance, Vince is the seam flat player, which is why he's outside the box on this ghost motion. And then right here, you have Spillane, who's off at number 3. His coverage is usually going to take you to the ball. And then Mike is the force on the backside, right? Playing seam flat on the receiver on the back. Or, excuse me, the number 2 receiver to the weak side, okay? That's the first element of it, right? Because it starts off 3-by-1, goes 2-by-2. But now when we get to the end zone copy, you'll be able to see a lot better the things that I like about this with Spillane. Number 1, man, I thought his play recognition was really good, but then his hand work right there. Did you see that's inside hand stab? We'll slow it down too so you can see it a lot better. I don't want you to rush through this. All right, so starts off 3-by-1. That's why they were cheated over. Now it's 2-by-2 on the fly. We're going to get back to our gaps, but beautiful right here. Inside on the ball. Look at this. 2 hands, shock, lock, and shed. This is fundamental linebacker play right here. Now, obviously, he kind of gets the bad end of the hit, but that's more so because of Cam doing a phenomenal job of not only beating his guy, but tackling the running back and the tight end. I mean, that's Cam for you, though. That's what he does. That's what he does. But right here, man, I thought this was a great job by Spillane. Number 1, like I said, pre-snap recognition, 3-by-1. Let's cheat to it a little bit because we know I'm not worried about this over here. Now it's going 2-by-2. Let me get to my gap. 1 gap. 1 back equals 1 gap, okay? But now that you got a puller, now your gaps, it moves. You got to get over there with it. Like I said, great job seeing the puller. Great hand usage controlling this block. It's a 300-pound lineman right here. And then from there, you come off, you make the tackle. Like I said, for me, man, seeing that play from him in the run game was very promising because you just never know. Like I said, a lot of times guys struggle with their alignments. Guys struggle with moving pre-snap, post-snap. But right here, man, this was fundamental. This lets me know once again that Spillane, number one, knows his assignment. Number two, he knows what the offense is trying to do from a personnel standpoint, 3x1 versus 2x2 motion and things along that nature. And then number three, man, super fundamental. Seeing a guy two hands shocking on a 300-pound lineman, lock him out, control the blocker, and then, like I said, shed the blocker and make a tackle on Kareem Hunt in the hole. I thought that was a great play by him. Obviously, Cam Hayward does a phenomenal job of kicking butt and jumping onto the tackle as well. But as a whole, I thought Spillane came in and played really well. And it's plays like this that showed up in that game, in particular in the second half against the Browns. And that's why Coach Tomlin and the staff feel so confident in Spillane coming into this game. So look to see, him continuing this success that he's been able to have. Look for him to continue to play like he's been playing both in the run game and the pass game. So I hope you enjoyed it. And as always, until next time, peace.